Please take your seats. Feeling a bit sleepy, aren't we? A little, yes, but they won't wait for us. Distinguished guests and representatives of cities and communities, direct representatives of the people, President Jung, President Close, President Tutu, and all members of Eurocities, I want to thank you. I am grateful for your unity, for standing with Ukraine, and thus with the whole of Europe. Our continent has likely built its strength thanks to unity, peaceful cooperation, resilience, and the extraordinary potential of European cities and regions. Every part of Europe matters to the whole of Europe, and we are proving that through our joint efforts and mutual respect. Today, those of you here in Ukraine have witnessed yet another brutal Russian attack on Ukrainian cities across the entire territory of our country, from Chernihiv in the east to Lutsk in the west, from Kyiv to our southern regions. Just in this one night, there were over 400 attack drones and more than 40 missiles, including ballistic missiles. These strikes damaged residential buildings in Kyiv, naturally, of course, urban infrastructure. In Lutsk, in the Volyn region, they destroyed an ordinary hotel where Ukrainian athletes were staying. In other regions, unfortunately, residential infrastructure, energy infrastructure, and industrial enterprises were damaged. The Russians even burned down another warehouse full of humanitarian aid. That's the kind of war Russia is waging. They are waging war against cities, against life itself. Everywhere the Russian army has entered Ukrainian territory, wherever there is, unfortunately, Russian occupation, there is no normal life. And in some cities, sadly, nothing is left at all. Only scorched ruins. Once vibrant towns and cities in Donetsk region, industrial cities like Mariupol, are now barely alive. And in place of many Ukrainian towns and villages, there is only dead land. That is Russia. That is what it does best: kill and destroy. We must stop it together. Peace is not only the responsibility of national-level politicians. It is a truth that must be conveyed to the people by the leaders of cities and, importantly, by civil society leaders. It is vital that political work for peace is supported at the level of local self-government. Cities and communities must be able to support one another. I thank you for making that a reality. Thank you to everyone here, to those joining online, to those hearing or watching this a little later. Thank you for your support. Throughout the years of this war, many of you have truly helped Ukraine, our communities, our citizens, our families, our children, all of us. We are deeply grateful. Your help supports our resilience, helps people survive, endure, and recover. Of course, full recovery is a massive undertaking, but we're already making tangible progress. Hundreds of infrastructure sites have already been rebuilt, with the help of our friends in Europe, in various countries, and in the United States, thanks to cooperation between regions and cities. I'm especially grateful to those of you who helped us through the wartime winters. The Russians did everything to cause a blackout in Ukraine. But thanks to our cooperation with you, we received over 7,000 units of energy equipment. We now have 454 projects in alternative energy. We deeply value our collaboration in cultural diplomacy and the support you've shown to our people who, in wartime, found refuge in your cities and communities, our people among your people. I thank you for respecting Ukrainians, despite the war's duration. Thank you. And thank you for the shared understanding that Ukraine will, without a doubt, be a full member of the European Union. We see how much Ukraine can contribute to all of Europe, our experience, our desire to be free, and our ability to lay the foundation for unity. All of this is unquestionably needed by Europe, especially the European Union. This year, we truly need progress in accession negotiations, and I want to thank every one of you who supports us in this. The most important thing we can achieve together is to end the war with a just peace and to create reliable security guarantees for Ukraine and for all of Europe, so that no one in Europe ever has to fear being left unprotected. And we can achieve this. Please, support all efforts to exert fair pressure on Russia. Support diplomats. Support political and economic pressure. Please call for new effective sanctions against Russia and its regime for the sake of stopping the killing, stopping the attacks, achieving real peace, and ensuring that Russia is truly held accountable for this war. That accountability must be felt in Moscow. We need determination at all levels. And the more cities and communities speak out about this, the better. Determination, so that no one ever again dares to repeat what Russia is doing to Ukraine and Ukrainians, and so that Russians are forced to seek peace. Right now, they're trying to prolong the war. In my opinion, they're bargaining for time. They must be made to feel that peace is necessary. And please, help us not only with resilience, but also with the important political work for peace. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here today in Ukraine, and not just today, but for standing with one of the freest and strongest countries during such difficult times. Thank you for being with Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.